Not a lot of space, not a lot of time, but you need to save seeds or you want to save seeds? Let's talk about it. This is passion fruit, and one of my bean plants is growing in with passion fruit. So they're very camouflaged, but look at this. Can you guys see that? Look how long that bean is. That's some food right there, folks. That's a great homestead bean. And see this one, it's already starting to dry. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest that one and take it inside. I'm gonna leave this one out here because this one is not quite ready. I'll wait until it wrinkles just a little bit more and then I'll harvest it too. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing a bit of seed saving this morning. I wanted to bring you guys along. I'm saving some seeds from my green noodle beans. Some people call them yard long beans. I got the original seed from Papa Pepper. They have a YouTube channel, Abundant Harvest Homestead, and they sell seeds there. And I purchased these seeds from him years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, and I've never had to buy them again because, I saved the seeds and then I have my own. So I've made another video about them. I really feel like they are just like the #1 homestead bean to have because they're such a heavy producer. And these seeds, this is one pod here. This is one pod that I have already popped open. I love using these little styrofoam plates because I reuse them over and over. And, if the seeds are still a little damp, they don't stick to them as easily, and I can reuse them, and they just work great for me. You can use whatever. But there are 19 seeds there, and 19 seeds came out of that one pod. So that's a potential for 19 more plants. 19 of these plants would produce a lot of beans. So I'm going to get enough seeds here to save for me and my husband to have beans for probably a couple of years. I didn't grow this bean last year because I had saved so many seeds from the past, and they're easy to preserve and everything. I just didn't really need them. But in order to keep the seeds coming and to have fresh seeds, I decided I better grow some this year. So I only grew a few plants just so I could save these seeds and keep those fresh seeds coming. So if you're in a pinch and you don't have a lot of time, like if you have things going on in your life and you just don't have time for a big garden, but you're concerned about saving your seeds, just grow a couple plants. I do that often, and it takes the pressure off from having that big garden, but you keep those seeds coming. And from a survival preparedness perspective, to keep those fresh seeds coming, I just think that's really smart. So it's a great homestead bean, going to give you a lot of food in a small space because they trellis. This is a vining bean, so they're going to go up. They create shade. So like this year, I planted them at the bottom end of my chicken run, and they've grown up and, provided shade for the birds. And I used that fencing for the trellis. But anyway, it's a wonderful bean. And I wanted to share with you that idea of not having to plant a whole garden in order to save seeds. You don't have to. You can plant just a few plants. I planted 6 plants. A raccoon pulled up 2 of them. I tried to replant them, but they didn't make it. So I only ended up with 4 plants. And these are just the seed pods off of 2 of them. And there's still more out there. I've just been gathering them as they started to dry. When they they're green, but they have this wrinkled look like that. The seeds inside are already fully developed and they're starting to dry out. So I went ahead and grabbed some of those and hung them in here just, because we've got a rain coming and I don't want them to get wet. But I'll have more coming in, and I'll just bring them in and pop them out here, leave them on the plate for a few days, and then I'll put them in jars and I'll have plenty of seeds. These seeds are cantaloupe seeds that I harvested this year. I only planted 4 cantaloupe plants, And these are all fresh seeds that I've gotten from the cantaloupes that we've eaten off of those 4 plants this year. So that's a lot of cantaloupe seed. That's going to provide me with years worth of cantaloupes. So you don't need a whole big field of plants to harvest seeds. You can do it with a small amount and keep your fresh seeds coming year after year and provide for your family in the future. So anyway, I've got to go. I've got more projects to do. I'm going to pop out a few of these seeds and then I've got to run do some animal chores. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Don't forget my comment because y'all know I really do love talking to y'all, and I'll catch you next time.